Hey guys, welcome back to History Decaying. You join me at a location I didn't know existed, so it might be a wee bonus. I don't think there's a way in though, and it is pretty fucked. So yeah, this is it. Big old, beautiful house, factory. I'm not sure what it was. Like I said, I didn't know this even existed. I'm looking for a big industrial site, and I just happened to walk past it. I'll see this on Google Maps, so I thought, fuck it, I'll come check it out and see what it is. I know the name of the place now. Don't know what it is yet. I'll find out at some point. It's absolutely gorgeous. Like, the woodwork in that is incredible. But yeah. Sorry, there is a way in, but I'm not risking it because that is it. Like I said, if I attempt that one wrong move, I'm dead. So we'll just keep having a walk around it. The gate to come in it was wide open. There's a hole in the fence there as well. But yeah, it's such a shame. I don't know if this was someone's house, like a factory or what. I'll find out, or see if I can find it out. It looks like it was like a church or something. Just the way, like a church hall or a, like a village hall sort of thing. I'm a bit nervous as well because I don't know this area at all. I don't know what it's like. There's a door here, so I'll show you. I'll have a look through. See what's... Yeah, nah. Gonna stay on that. That woodwork is gorgeous. Yeah, this place is pretty foobar. I think it's a technical term. It's fucked. Even these places, I don't get why they put like the fences around them. Obviously it's a dangerous building. But something like this, just pull it down. It's never going to be saved. We'll go around the front and then we'll come back and head out that gate there. Yeah, this side looks more industrial, which is kind of what I'm looking for today. Hopefully I'll find it. If not, I've got another location that's not far away from here. It's about half an hour's drive, so we'll see what we find. But yeah, that's full 360 of the building. Like I said, it's knackered, but it is beautiful at the same time. At one point this would have just needed a little bit of work. Now it needs ripped down, restarted, or I don't know, but the craftsmanship that would have gone into building that is something you don't see anymore. It's a lost art. It's, I don't know, buildings now are boring, big square shitty blocks. It's just, there's nothing different or intriguing about them anymore. Yeah, that's one place. So I'm going to head off to see if I can find the next location. But I'll see you there if I do. So I found one of the buildings I'm looking for, but there is no way I'm getting in. The whole building has actually been wrapped in metal netting. I don't know if it'll pick it up on camera. I'm not going any closer because that there is a CCTV camera. But yeah, the whole building's wrapped in metal. like mesh, like chicken wire. So we're not getting in there. I can squeeze through some pretty tight gaps, but not quite that tight. I'm here on a Saturday. Don't know if that's going to work out as being a good thing or a bad thing. Less likely of seeing workies about, more likely of getting caught by dog walkers, things like that. But we'll see. I'm going to give it sort of like an hour-ish, see if I can get into anywhere. If I can't, this will just be like an intro bit, and then I'll go ahead to a place I know I can definitely get in. I haven't seen any like videos on the place, but I have seen people, or I've talked to people that have gone there, so definitely be able to get in. But it's just this site I'm looking for covers a massive area. It was all to do with ammunition and explosives during World War II. That's why I've been so driven out that I want to come here. But it also makes it more likely that it's going to be fenced off, security, all of that fun shit. It just seems like the whole area's abandoned, but there's cars over in that direction. But yeah, like we row of shops there. That massive building looks abandoned to me, but looking abandoned and being abandoned, two completely different things. Whilst we talk about that, actually, the place I went into when I was in Wales, that Matt from Finders Beepers was so gracious to lend me some of his footage from there. That is now purchased. It is no longer abandoned. So if there is any Urbexers, any people into urban exploring that are watching, do not go there if you know where it is. It's not abandoned. It has been purchased. Someone will be doing something with that site shortly. So please don't go. I want to see that place restored or brought back to its former glory, or just in general being used. So fingers crossed they do something amazing with it. I hope they keep some of the exterior of the building. I don't like the thought of them just ripping it down. The benefit is it is in a national park, so chances are the whatever planning they put in will have to match like the national park standards, which are strict. So fingers crossed that something good happens with them. There's a car over there, so I might just stop and have a cigarette, see if someone comes out. But I've seen a way into some buildings over there, so we'll give it 5 minutes. Right guys, I thought I found a way in, but I heard a massive bang, and I don't want to risk it. It's not that I'm not bothered about getting caught, it's more I don't want to come across Neds, Bams, in general, wee fannies. Being alternative, we naturally don't get on. It just seems to be the natural order of things. So I'm heading back to the road to see if I can find another way round. I'm not going to risk life, limb and equipment for this one, because I'll just have to come back if I can't find a way in. Try and find another route at another time. But I'm going to go for a wander back up the road, see if there's another way in. If there is, great. If not, I'll just head on to the second location that I had I didn't have planned for today. I bypassed one I did have planned to get here quicker because I know how big this area is. But if I can't get anywhere, I can't get anywhere with this one. But we'll see. I'll see you either back at the car or in an abandoned building. Let's find out. So fortunately, guys, this one's a dud for now. I think I'll need to come back on a Sunday when nowhere's open because I'm in the middle of an industrial estate. So I thought Saturday I'd probably be shot. Now there's every way I can get in. There's a spattering of businesses open. So I'm gonna head back to the car, grab some juice, and then head to next location. And fingers crossed we'll have more luck there, but guess we'll find out. Sorry about the fucking seagulls. I don't hate them, but when you're trying to talk and do a piece of camera like this, they're rather annoying. I like them though, they remind me of home. But the car's just there, so I'm gonna head there, have a fag, have something to drink, and then on to the next. So guys, just on the way up to the second location, I'm gutted that first place didn't turn out, but it is what it is. I'll probably go back on like a Sunday or something when all the businesses are shut and it's easier to sneak through the Harris rails and that. But that's urban exploring for you. It's not always amazing locations and easy to get into. 9 times out of 10 you don't get into the places, but that's part of what I love of it as well, is just the general exploring. I love wandering around, finding new places, finding interesting places. So yeah, but I've got about half a mile walk up a pretty shit road until I'm at that at the new location or the second location. So if I see anything interesting, I'll show you. If not, I'll see you there. So I've just been, well, whilst I'm walking down, took some pictures of some cows and got chatting to a family there, and the guy's given me a couple of locations to check out along this walk if I've got the time. Some old graves, an old tower, but the building I'm going to is right in front of me, and it's pretty imposing already. It's very similar to the Earl's house I'd done in the last paranormal investigation I'd done. Sort of looking from the outside, it looks beautiful though, it really does. But he's given me a few locations, mine shafts, but to be honest, they scare the shit out of me. I don't like being underground. I can go in them if they're like up to date and kept safe, like the ones in West Wales, North West Wales, where I'm from. They're great, they're interesting, but when it's sort of abandoned mine shafts, they do honestly scare me. So you probably won't be seeing that sort of stuff on this channel. Cow. But yeah, so turn you around, show you where I'm heading. That is the building there. Probably can't see much because it's covered in trees, but we'll head to it, have a look around, see what there is. I know it's pretty much a ruin, but everything's history in one way or another, and that's why I started this channel. Is I love history, always have, always had a big fascination with history, but I think this generation, or the generation after mine and the generation after, are forgetting where we come from and what our history is. They're too focused on staring at their phones, and I figured if you're going to stare at your phone, you can learn something whilst you're at it and learn some history, see some interesting cool places, and it gets me out of the house, gets me walking, gets me doing a lot of exploring, obviously, seeing new different places. Like, I've lived in Scotland for 10 years, I've never been this way. I've never been to this part. It's not the prettiest or most interesting part of Scotland. Oh, all of Scotland's pretty, but pretty. I sound like a fucking stuck pigeon. But yeah. So, but no, all of Scotland's beautiful. But this bit ain't the prettiest. But there's hills, there's greenery, there's farmland. I much prefer going up north or back down south to Wales to home to see hills and mountains. And my wife will take the piss out of me for this. Dry stone walls, I miss them. It's weird, I know. But yeah, so we're literally right on top of it now. Once I can get a clear shot of it. Fucking midges. I'll turn you guys around so you can see it. There it is. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. The architecture is incredible. There's an open window there, but I'm going to see if, hopefully, there's an easier way in, because I don't really like hopping up open window. But we'll see what we find. It's such a beautiful, grand entranceway. Now I know this, I don't know full history on this, as you know, I never look up the history on places. This used to be a priory, so religious grounds. So yeah, we'll see if there's an easier way in. Not down the big ass hole. Definitely don't want to be going down there. I think I would shit myself. So guys, I'm obviously in. I don't know, to be honest, how much of it I'm going to be looking around. There's a lot of big holes in the floor. It's quite a drop if anything does collapse. But it's got an odd feeling in here. It's warm, so I don't know if that's part of it. It's obviously it being not my religion. I feel really heavy chested. But I did just spot something quite weird, and yeah, it's weird to see old electrical outlets. Or, well, actually, don't know what's wrong with my camera, but that cut me off mid-sentence. What I meant to was actually reasonably new looking electrical outlets. So it's quite weird to see them up here, but I've sort of moved over a wee bit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not risking that. It looks a lot wider than it is. You can't see the drop off that I can see. It's so, don't know if that will give it. No, you can never tell on camera, but there's just holes everywhere. It's a long way down. If I do fall, it's probably a good 12-15 foot. So yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. It's a shame, it really is. I wish places like this were saved a lot more and appreciated. I'm still going to go back, I'll still put this up, tell you some history on it, see if I can find out why it's been abandoned, see what there is to learn about it. So yeah, that's, like I said before, that's the reality of urban exploring. You win some, you lose some. And this one is definitely lost. So now I've got to try and scramble back down without slipping on my ass, breaking a camera or breaking two cameras. There's shit falling off the walls. But it is beautiful. But it's a shame it's fallen into this much disrepair. It's a shame as well because I was hoping this was going to be quite a good one. Because I figured, you know, Priory, maybe a good paranormal investigation here, but it's just too dangerous. It's too dangerous now when it's like, what is it? It's 10 past 1. So if it's too dangerous now, it's definitely too dangerous later at night. But I'll have another walk around, show you the rest of it. I'll have a look. Sorry, I thought I saw something. I'll have a look on my Google Maps, see if I've got something else pinned locally, or have a bit further of a wander, and see if I find one of the places the guy I was just talking to was on about. Sorry, guys. So I thought I'd just quickly show you the other room I've managed to get into. But like I said, you know, massive deep holes just everywhere, and you don't know where they start, where they end, some of them. But just a quick look, like, I mean, would that have been some massive arch or what? Like, what were these rooms used for? Who walked these halls and or through these rooms, and why do we leave buildings to get in this state? Like I've said before, like, I love abandoned buildings because it's a hobby and I enjoy going around them. But if these places didn't exist, then the Urbex community wouldn't exist. So, like, with them, we exist and we love them and we love going around them and learning the history and that. But if people looked after them, and I know they're expensive and I know it takes councils thousands, millions of pounds to look after places, but places with history like this especially should really be looked after. People complain, oh, there's a homelessness problem and there's this and there's that. There are so many places that could be turned into cheap, small accommodation. Like, I'm pretty sure, I know there's a place in Glasgow, there's a big old jail. Now, before you say anything, I don't think we should send the homeless to jail, but there's a big old jail, there's hundreds of cells in there. Convert them into little bed sits, because I'm pretty sure if you put a homeless person in an old converted bed sit, they'd appreciate that a hell of a lot more, and they'd be warmer and more comfortable than they are on the fucking street. So why don't we do it? Money. There's no profit to be made in it, and that's the problem, and that's why these buildings are left to go into this state. Before I carry on this rant, I'm going to stop. But we'll have a walk around, and I'll show you the rest of the building. Once I can shimmy my ass back down here, but we'll see how that works. Right, guys. So as you'll remember from me saying, oh, there's a window there I can hop through. I could easily fit through the window, but that's a bit of a different story. Now that's 10 foot, 12 foot drop. The window's on the other side of it, so yeah, I could get through the window. I couldn't get across the gap. I am gutted about this one, really, really gutted about this one. I really wanted to see inside of it, more inside of it, because it looks like it has some beautiful rooms, some beautiful architecture, and I know it's a ruin, so they're going to be nothing compared to what they used to be, but it's such a shame. And I mean, you can see behind me the architecture is just something we've lost. We don't have stuff like this anymore. We don't have big, beautiful, old buildings that are like this. New buildings, like I said, are crap. You know, the brutalism looks and just big square blocks, they're crap. They look like shit. And I know I sound like I'm on a bit of a high horse today. That's probably because I am. But it is what it is, guys. Like I said, I'm going to go check my Google, see if I've got any other pins anywhere near. Maybe go check one of them out. I think I made a mistake. I thought this place was closer than somewhere else. I think it's back in the other direction, about like half an hour, 40 minutes from where I was. So I'm not going to go back there yet. I'm not going to go back there today. I'll maybe do that another day, maybe when I go back to the industrial area. I might do that one. There's another one as well just down the road from a big old castle house thing. So yeah, but like I said, I'll go check out the history on this place, see what it was. Obviously I know it was a priory, why it was abandoned, when it was built, how long it was working. But yeah guys, one last look at such a stunning, beautiful place. So I'm back at the car guys, as you can see, and like I've said, this is the reality of urban exploring. You end up hot, sweaty, smelly, and you don't get into 90% of the places you try to get into. But I still love doing this. I still love showing you guys the places that I do go to, whether I get in or not, whether it's what I expect it to be or not. I'm still going to show you guys where I've been and what I've done. There are a couple of things that I want to do that's a bit different to the urban explorer in that. There's a video on my Instagram and my Facebook about it, something called Randonautica. I want to check that out, see how legit it is, see what it is, see how it works, if I can work out how it works. Who knows what's going to bring, but like I said in that video, if nothing happens, you guys are going to see like a 15-20 minute video of me driving around going to these places and nothing's there, or you're going to get some epic videos of me finding some really weird and fucked up shit. I'm going to do the same with urban exploring. A lot of explorers I respect greatly won't show places that have been a bit shit. They won't make videos out of them. I want to do that because I want you guys to see as many amazing places, whether they're a bit shit or they're absolutely phenomenal, filled with history and architecture and real beauty. But I'm waiting and hoping that Google's going to load some new pins now, and I'm going to go check that out if it does, if it's not too far away. I've got about an hour and a half, 2 hours before I really need to start thinking about heading back to pick up Danny from work. Another reason I'm not taking stupid risks is I'm not with Danny. She knows where I am. Thank you, Sophie, for recommending Find My iPhone. We'd never thought of doing that before. Stupid, I know. So if she doesn't hear from me, she can find exactly where I am. It is better than what 3 words in that sense. But yeah, hopefully these load and I can head out and find something worth putting into a video. Well, I say worth, but I'm still going to put this up. But thanks for joining me guys. The next time you'll see me will probably be whilst I'm editing this video and I've looked up the history on this place, on the Priory. It's beautiful, but who knows what the history is. But cheers for joining us guys, and I'll see you in a minute. So here we are again in my editing room. I'm pretty sure you know what's about to follow. I'm going to tell you the history on these incredible buildings that I went to. I'm not going to go into depth or really into much history about the industrial estate that I was trying to get to. I'm going to wait until I've had a chance to properly explore that, see inside. I don't want to know the full history of these places before I go to them. I want to be amazed and surprised. You will see me keep glancing off. I've got the history written on my computer screen. So the first place is called Africa House. And I'm telling you this because it's so far gone, there isn't much damage really to be done to that place, and if you're going to go there to vandalise it, you are stupid because it is incredibly dangerous there. So it was originally called the South African Pavilion, and it's a Category B listed building that was originally built for the 1938 Empire exhibition that was held in Glasgow. The house is one of the few structures that survived that exhibition. So what actually happened was the house was taken to bits, sold to the company that owns or used to own the industrial area, and rebuilt in the 1960s. And it was used as a kitchen and staff room and canteen for the staff at that factory site. I can't find a date on when it was actually abandoned and stopped being used, but a company purchased it in sort of the mid to late 2010s,
and in 2021 the roof collapsed. Now they call it a partial collapse, sure, that roof's gone. The company that owns it put in planning permission to demolish the structure, stating that restoration would be unviable given the extent and damage to the building's internal fabric. Now, whilst I agree with them on that, I don't think we should just be smashing buildings down for the sake of it. And at least 15 objections agreed with me, citing that it would be a reward to the company for their neglect of that structure. Now, me personally, I think the company that owns it should be allowed to go in, clear out the rubble, clear out the debris, shore up the structure as it is, and maybe try and sell it to somebody that can refit the interior, that can rebuild it as a dwelling or as a hall or something that can be used within the local community. The second place I went to, the Priory. Now that was designed by James Gillespie Graham and it was completed in 1820. But going back further than that, there was actually a medieval tower house, a Norman tower house that was built pretty close to that site. During the 17th century though, they took down that tower house, or left some of it anyway, and replaced it with a manor house. The manor house that was built there would burn down in 1810, and then they built the Priory there, completing it in 1820. That building, as you see it, has ranged from a hotel to a restaurant to actually being used to recreate what a medieval banqueting hall would look like. The building was actually abandoned in 1984, so the decay and the damage that you see is just over 40 years, which in the grand scheme of the age of that building is nothing. And that result is that decay and that the state of the building is because of fires and vandalism inside there. It's sort of like a rhetoric on modern day society of what you've seen recently in the news of people just smashing shit up for the sake of it. I'm not going to go into politics on that. That's for private conversations. I'm not going to be that person. But it shows the mentality of people that they just go, oh, this place is here, I'm going to smash it up. Which is such a shame. If councils could protect these places in some way, maintain their uses in some way, we'd have some fucking incredible and beautiful buildings left in this country. Don't get me wrong, we still have a lot, but we could have a lot more. I just want to, sort of say thank you for all the support you're still giving me. It is so greatly appreciated. If you can, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, like and comment on my videos. Head over to my Instagram, my Facebook, everything is under the same tag at History Decaying. If you want to see me explore places that are near you within the UK at the moment, drop me a message on there, let me know their location. I will go around and look at these incredible buildings as soon as I'm able to. Thanks for joining me again, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.